back to me.
What you mean? What you mean?
No, no, you don't remember that conversation when you were like these collectibles and comic books? Hey man,
No, man, no. What are you talking about?
What do you
Boy,
mean? What do you mean?
bro, I've been bullish on VV comic books.
I
I be
remember
getting, bro, I be getting
he's
rasped
been
into
straight
doing.
bullish. Hey, just
Look,
to be clear, bro, that day when I said like Diego slide over it like a boat, I remember exactly what you
bro,
said.
stop. We wasn't even talking about comic books in that situation. We was talking about something totally different that you talking about. That was totally different than comic books. But anyway, man, who was that? Uh,
Blake,
Blake, man,
what
what's
do you
up?
got?
Yeah, so Diego was from like the what was it, the Archie comics coming next, and I was reading somewhere else about how comics dropping this month, so maybe we might see that before uh Batman stuff. I think the Bat.
Observe your favorable score.
I think we're looking to take it over and make it so people care, right? We're gonna make it badass. No, we're gonna peacekeeper that thing.
Catch. Round one. Enemy team facing elimination. Say that to choke.
It was a pleasure talking to you guys. Can you find out your own mint right now or not?
Kill.
Where did we lost you again? Maybe rejoin. I'll bring you right up. Reggie, what up?
Nothing much, man. I was going to call up and just get the fourth thing of that. Where did you go and you guys bought that, right? But no, man, I was Alex tweeted something and I can't find it anymore, so I'm guessing he deleted it. But he kind of like someone was like, oh, DC Comics is coming to farm and stuff, and he kind of really went out of his way to say that, oh, that DC Comics is a brand and not DC Comics as in comic books, and we're in talks with them, but nothing's, I don't know, like, and he kind of went out of his way to say that, and then I went to his timeline now and I can't find that tweet anymore, so maybe he deleted it, but yeah, so sounds like we need the talks, man, I don't know, but I think with DC strategy, you know, it's like, I think all the original stuff and their fan experience they're doing on their own, and all the stuff they already have out there, like the statues already existed and they just gave it to Vivi, all the hero cards, the artwork with already with everything, you know, so I think like yeah, all the stuff that exists they're licensing out, and all the original stuff they're probably gonna create for their own fan experience. So the comic books already exist too, so I wouldn't be surprised if they went to VV, but Palm's an interesting one. Yeah, the reason why I think it's gonna go to Palm is because we're all on VV, and we all know the face of VV right now is Marvel and Marvel Comics. Do you really think that DC is gonna put their comic books on there to Marvel with Marvel? That I don't see it happening. I see them on Palm, but it is. You know what I'm saying? It is gonna be crazy to see what they do because we all don't know what they are gonna do. Yeah, the new 6% fee on DC, man. You know that makes me think like, you know, there's something more to stuff. Because why would they start now? It doesn't apply to the old stuff. It only applies to the new stuff. And if it's just gonna be black and white and all this other stuff, maybe. But yeah, it's interesting, man, that Alex went out of his way, and I can't find the tweet, so it's crazy he deleted it as well. So it's really funny. But yeah, man. I don't think much of them, man, with the floppy stuff. But I think like listening to what's his name, Matt and stuff like that got me pretty bullish, man. It's great. I think more brands are going to do this though, have like a loyalty program, you know, via NFTs and stuff to quantify their fandom, and then just like collectibles and stuff. That's what VV does. I don't think they're going to let VV like manage their fandom, you know, like DC's not going to tell VV, hey, you're in charge of our fan experience. DC wants to do that on their own. But they're like, oh, hey, we have all these 3D scans of all these statues. Do you want to make NFTs? You can just have the files, or here we have all this art you can license from us and turn it into cards, and you know.
Yeah.
But all the new stuff I think will come through Palm. You're right. No, I'm not saying I'm right, but you know what I'm saying. They are opening their marketplace. We're all just speculating, so I'm not gonna say I'm right on that at all.
I mean, we're definitely, in my opinion, moving into a new era of NFT, and I've seen it coming for a while. More utility, more community, more value. A lot of peeps did a lot of like basic, just subtle investment just to really show interest and show that you're real and that you've been watching, and then reward for that. And to be able to get those rewards, so you have, like, you know, I've referenced it before. Gary started it. Gary the V Friends, like, I think that was like one of the biggest utilities that started the push and kind of created a framework for others to work off of. And I'm excited to see what DC does with it. I'm excited to see what to it, or it has done, like, already in the works that hasn't been announced. I'm excited to see what Disney's gonna do. It's all coming. Like, whatever you love, you're gonna be able to kind of get more in touch with, and the NFT, they're gonna leave the door open because they know that's the future to the youth and to crypto and to access to devices and metaverses and social networks of the future.
I cannot wait for Pokemon.
Guys, maybe
It's all gonna be that type of thing.
Cow talk real quick, because maybe I came a little late, but did you guys know this? That the language says under my collection, when you go to the collection, you look at your, you know, that box, it says, reveal your NFTs, uncover the art and details of your purchased NFTs on or after reveal day. Does that mean you have the option not to reveal you don't want to?
That is correct.
Interesting. So it's like
serum to, you know, like to you don't have to open the box, and then the box itself might be more valuable in the future depending on what's in it or whatever it is, right? Or I guess it would be like the hero. You know, you don't have to open the pack, and then the pack itself might be more valuable because depending on like it's really what you see out there in terms of percentages. What's out there? With that, I think like you know, that there's like these many mythic cards or these many rare cards, and you know how many packs are left, and so you know that kind of drives the price a bit. But with this, I think they just have crates, right? Like, and some crates are rarer than others, but depending on how many get minted, I wonder if they come out and say like only 4% will have this crate, and only 1%, or there will only be 10 of these, which will be like that, and that way maybe we can determine it. But because we don't know how many are going to get minted, so I hope they come up with that information once they have, you know, the final number. Yeah, we don't know the metadata or how it will be displayed to us, and you know how they would factor that in, or how quickly that would come to us, like prior to, let's say, the market and all the rest of that. Yeah, because if you know that 20 were rare ones and only 10 have been revealed, then you know, like they're gonna go up, right? The sealed one. So correct me if I'm wrong. 2 billion. Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't Matt say that after the mint, he's going to show, or they're gonna have some type of clip that shows every cow that's in the possible combinations? All 2 billion? As far as up to 200,000 that they created.
I don't think he said that. I think he said he wished he could see that, and that they've seen some samples.
I thought he said that. In regards to that, he said he hopes that those get minted, but they already know all of the possibilities that can come out. They've seen all of the 200,000 that he's
2 billion.
No, 2 million is the total amount of creations. He said that they couldn't create all 2 million possibilities.
Billion.
But they have 200 million that are possible to 200,000. Yeah, 200,000. But there's 2 billion possibilities. 2 billion already. Yeah, 2 billion possibilities, but only 200,000 can be minted. And it's going to be random. He's not going to know which ones are minted or not. That's what he was saying. He wished he could see all the 2 billion all lined up, but he's not going to.
Yeah, and he kind of suggested that there's a decent chance that some of the features have a possibility.
Vivi has, when they roll out their percentages of each rarity, I know you've all noticed this. When they get delivered or when they get minted, everything gets like delivered in the same percentages, right? So in other words, when like the secret rare, the supply goes down 10%, across all the other rarities, you can see those percentages also going down by 10%, right? And so in other words, they've built into the way that they've minted or delivered, like ensured that like certain percentages of rarities made the total drop. So if that is the case, and there's no guarantee that it'll be the same methodology over the cows, but this will guarantee that 25,000 minted, all 25,000 are not going to be 100% commons. Because if it's a 2 billion iteration, you very well could end up with 25,000 commons in a row. So I'm sure that they must have done something to ensure that certain percentages are represented by the overall, population that is being minted by reveal day.
I did ask him kind of directly about it, and he said he didn't have a clear answer on it, which made me feel like there's a fair percent chance that we might not see some of those same variations in there.
Yeah, I agree. I think some of this is going to be randomized. I really want to see that cow. Cow. I want to see that one. I'm hoping they post it on Twitter one of these days. Because you've seen that Batman Who Laughs cow all over the place, and they said it was a rare one. Like, what if only 10,000 of these get minted and there are no Batman Who Laughs in there? That's a possibility.
Oh, for sure.
Well, the fact that
Anyone wasn't that? I think I heard Orderly say he liked it.
that gold and with just like with Hero, because people are not gonna open up all of their chests. That right there is gonna be added value because you have a chance of pulling out those different variations. And I have a feeling they're going to tweet out the rarer combinations on their socials just to let people know what's still out there, and that's gonna drive price for those crates that are unopened. Like, see, that's actually a really good point. If there is a methodology to find out what actually does get revealed, and everybody knows what everybody else has, the fact that no, say, like I'm saying, just for example, no Batman Who Laughs gets revealed, that could mean only one or two things. One, which is it never got minted, which would be a damn shame. Or number two, it's sitting in somebody's unopened box, and that makes those boxes super valuable, right? And so, I got you. The question is, how many people are going to leave them unsealed? I mean, I'm assuming if they're sealed, you're not getting the
Do you love Gansharks?
utility with them. If you have multiple same account, you really only need the utility for one, unless you really want to be in two districts at the same time and see what additional benefits you can get from one district versus another district, or you really want both like two separate airdrops, even though you're taking the chance that you might end up being in the same district with those cows, right? And I'm just saying for people with just a multiple of one. For people who have like 10, or more, I can very well see them setting them aside because it starts to feel samey. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, we'll have to see what kind of benefits come with one single cow, or how much more of a benefit you get if you hold more than one in the same account, right? Like, for instance, like the floppy disks, you get a rarity bump once you burn those, right, for the new NFTs. It won't matter if you have like 16 cows, you still get the same utility, which is if you have a cow, you're going to get the floppy disk rarity bump when you burn it, right? So, you like, if you know that and that's what you care about the most, then yeah, go ahead and keep creating your second cow.
Hey, yeah, we're gonna raid Justin Apple Pie in a bit. When I get off here, because my voice is starting to hurt, and I need to make more food. I am hungry. But yeah, it's a good point. Yeah, I have to ask him about that. Guy Gusto says, Secret Rare Loki floor is so thin, I'm grabbing one on Friday if no more movement. Let's see what it's at. What was that, like? It goes between like 1100 and 1500. So let's take a look here. Let's see. Well, let's see what the commons are first. They're always like $20.
That's what they promised. It'll all come down to whether or not, like, if you have 6 in your account, if they're going to, like, let's say they do another airdrop outside of the neighborhood airdrop. Let's say they do another airdrop, like a summer airdrop. If each account gets, if you get one airdrop per cow or one airdrop per account, I think that'll make the big difference. Because if I'm sitting on an unopened case and an airdrop's coming up, I'm going to open that case so I get the duplicate airdrop if that's the way it's going to play out. Gosh, if the airdrop requires an open box for the snapshot, then what are those people going to do for the one that Matt said, like, you're going to immediately get, right? We don't know if that's the district NFT or not, but let's say it's the district NFT. Are we not going to get that district NFT because we decided not to reveal that box? No, I think the district NFT everyone's getting. I'm talking about beyond the district NFT, like future access. Yeah, we would have to ask that question, whether or not having it boxed up limits the amount of airdrops, because technically we own those cows. They're just in a box, So the argument would be that we should be entitled to all that stuff. But I guess it might be a little difficult for them to do that for us if technically we don't know what we have, right? And so
you do know what district you're in, so you do have the actual number that you can check right now.
So the airdrops would have to be like serial number associated and not attribute or rarity associated. See what I'm saying? And
I think that's associated with the serial number probably for the neighborhood.
Yeah, it's gonna be associated. Your neighborhood airdrop is gonna be associated with whatever neighborhood your cow's associated with. Yeah, but the last digit of your serial number, which will determine your neighborhood. I think that's what I read. Right, but let's say 5 months from now, an airdrop comes for all the owners of the Batman Who Laughs cows.
And what will be? You think the floor price will be of them?
Now that just is up to the market.
Yeah, how many get minted, right?
Hey man, first off, I thought it was awfully weird how we had Worth in the space earlier and he disappeared as soon as Mark came in here to speak. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm not it was worth it. It was worth a shot. But second off, literally just tag something. Everybody knows that they don't have a huge mass marketing for this project, but how big of a marketing scream is it if you get Joseph Lubin to tweet about your project? Just let that sink in and think about how many people Joseph Lubin has a reach to and follow his socials. Remember for the second.
Give a cow to Robert Patterson and have him start taking Snapchat pictures with it. Start putting that out on his Twitter accounts and social media accounts.
Yeah,
we know they've made a call for Jim Lee, right? So I'm sure Jim Lee's gonna post a picture with a call, and I think they did tweet it out from the Batman Twitter account, which has like 8 million followers or 3 million followers or something crazy like that yesterday.
And DC Comics just tweeted it today, and they have 4.5 million followers.
it's getting bullish. They've been listening to Legacy out here too. Like, whoa,
Hey man,
they got the infection. They took the red pill.
everybody laughing about 4,500 on day one. It's not gonna sell out. Well, Joseph Lubin just tweeted about an hour ago, bruh. Let's see how many engagement he gets by noon tomorrow. Come back to that tweet, and then we'll go back and see how many got minute. I'm just saying.
I mean, I'll just say that, is he, Uncle Jeremy Powderer type, times 10? Yes. Is he an Alcon Pokemon type? Maybe not quite for, the community that's being driven by the cows, but people know him. People know that he's the Ethereum guy. And so for him to actually say that the cows are not even important because of the project itself, but because of what the project represents, I think that's huge. And if you're saying, hey, this is a landmark type of project, that's good enough for a lot of people to participate in that project. And so,
Joseph Lubin is what Alcon is to Pokemon. He is what Alcon is to Pokemon, what Ethereum is to OpenSea. If Joseph Lubin talks about something on Ethereum, people listen. He is that big of a figure. He's the face of Ethereum.
yes, on Ethereum, I agree with you, right? So in other words, Alcon for Pokemon, is what that guy is, Lubin is for Ethereum. I absolutely agree with you. But now you have to ask yourself, why is that important for this project? For EV is important because Alcon is actually involved in EV and favorite Pokemon. And if that day ever comes, then no one's going to doubt how important that connection was, right? So Lubin's connection with OpenSea and Lubin's connection with Ethereum, how is that important to the cows? By him opening his mouth and saying this, it's not necessarily important, knowing if he loves Batman or not. I think we all agree on that, right? He may never have picked up a comic book in his life. That is actually not the connection that's important. The connection that's important is the fact that people look to him as a leader in the Web 3.0 space, right? That's the most important thing. And for him to say that this particular project is dragging old fogies like DC kicking and screaming into Web 3.0, and this is proof of that holds a lot of weight. And I think that's more, and I'll say it one more time, that's more important than the project itself. It's more important than bringing in people and forcing them to be excited about creating a DC comic book. They may not be, and we should be okay with that. We should welcome people into the community
of their assets are tied up with Ethereum, and they have spent the last 2 years like trying to jump into a good OpenSea project, and they hang on every word of this guy. And the fact that this guy is now saying VC, which is huge, is taking a stream screaming into our books. That is actually quite large, and for those reasons, I think that we can be bullish that he just put that out today. Bullish ain't even a word no more. We need to find a new word, bruh. I'm tired of being fucking bullish. I'm tired of this shit. We give you baddish. Let's be baddish. I'll take baddish. I'll take that. I mean, that's just like shorthand for like batshit crazy, I guess.
Yeah, baddie maybe.
Yeah, baddie. I like baddie. Yeah. He says we can't make a thing. We just made it a thing. There you go, man.
Go to Shopify.com.
Yo, I see Show Bill with a new PFP holding the 16 packs, bro. Nice stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, that's the Walmart's for you, Very good. Where are you from regionally?
Michigan.
Nice. Good
Go
scores.
to Shopify.com.
16, dude, that's nice. Like, in the beginning, I was kind of discounting them for 4-packs, but now I'm like, that's basically a mega box. Like, look at all these stuff.
Yeah, I found
Nice.
2 different stores that had 4-packs. I was so excited that I took a picture of myself.
Man, what stores are you finding these in? I went to like 16 Walmarts and didn't find one.
You gotta have the timing right. You gotta do your research, what your charts say, get your like check on if you okay.
This is like reinstatement we were saying, so like, you gotta know that schedule, and I had, I guess, previous knowledge, because I know, like,
Man, what stores are you finding these in? I went to like 16 Walmarts and didn't find one.
Working through Walmart, and usually there's some sort of people in spaces where they identify these kind of crazy.
Yeah, I've checked so many times. I have like a pretty tight schedule at the Walmarts around me. Like I've got past couple weeks, I got a couple to hit in the morning. Hoping to get some W's that change the schedule this week. Threw me for a loop.
Man, what stores are you finding these in? I went to like 16
Yeah, man, I
Walmarts.
actually only went on the second set of 4-packs I found, because Walmart was not stocked, but also it was opening day, and in Detroit, opening day is like a holiday, so I'm thinking like, I can see this person taking this day off. Sure shit, went Saturday, I had them. Like, you just never know. Walmart's crazy too.
Oh yeah, it's kind of like the Wild West. Sometimes I'll go through and the person will be like, "Oh yeah, only the MJ people can do it," and then you talk to someone who's like gonna tell you the truth, and they're like, "Yeah, they never fucking show up. They make us pretty much do it. We just do it randomly. Once it gets too backed up, they won't let us leave the crates back there, so we have to unload them regardless of if they're here or not."
Yeah, and with these eBay prices, I just tell you, it's gonna be even harder, especially if these scalpers are really onto them and they're, they line up, man. 6 in the morning, 8 in the morning, they know what time that person's gonna be there. They line up. It's real.
Yeah, you can get the times too. If you go in, you have the code, and you ask them to scan in. Polite to the Walmart employee. I'll give you guys a big tip that I've used, which is when asking them to do it, let them know. Be like, oh, you can scan this in. If you wouldn't mind scanning it in to let me know what the inventory count is, and if it's negative, please let me know what the last sale was. And then just tell them I used to work at Walmart for a while back in the day. And then they'll be like, oh, that's nice. And then if they don't know how to do it, they'll accept your information, which is you just scroll down and have them hit sales. from when it's scanned, which a lot of them don't even know about to do it, which is strange, but I'll be like, oh, you know, you can that is what it is. And then if you get the info and you can get the date and time that they were sold, so you know approximately when to check, please give you even more leads, but it's not always consistent. Then just pull up. I used to work at Walmart for a while back in the day.
Yeah, no, that's never heard of that. It's similar to Target a little bit, but it's Walmart's on a totally different level of inventory.
Hey, gentlemen. I'm sorry, I got to hey guys. Oh, you're going to spaceman? I appreciate it. Thanks, man. Yo, I'm sorry, guys. We'll see you tomorrow, man, for sure. Bright and early, Mox. Bright and early, Mox. We'll see you then. I'll be there. Good night, sir.
Good night. Yeah, no, that's never heard of that. It's similar to Target a little bit, but it's Walmart's on a totally different level. All we do is win, 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 no matter what. Okay, guys, so that was fun. We learned a lot about the bat cowls today. There's gonna be a whole. All we do is win, 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 no matter what. I got two. Got my hands on two. Hopefully, so when you purchase the bat cowl, you're gonna be in a different, depending on the number, 0 through 9. You're going to be in a different Night Watch district, and you're going to be involved in a lot about the entire new world created by Batman. Oh man, that's going to be awesome. It's going to be a whole. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of stuff going on. It's going to be pretty freaking awesome. Loving this community so far. We have Hero. We have you're going to be in a different Vivi. We have the now Palm Studios bringing in the mix, and learning a lot. They're going to be having all these exclusive. Sorry, it's hard to play Halo and talk at the same time. They're going to have all these exclusive content, on their comics and stuff like that. Like, we're not getting that on Vivi yet. We're getting that on Palm. But I wonder how the marketplace is going to look. I actually don't have the Palm app. I'm not even sure if there is an app right now, but. Man, this is crazy too, and this is, what I'm talking about when you sleep on things. Like I heard of Palm a long time ago, and I never got involved with it because I wasn't really interested in play Halo projects on it. They're gonna have all these exclusive content, on their comics and stuff like that. Like, we're not getting that on Vivi yet. We're getting that on Palm. But I wonder how the marketplace is gonna look. I actually don't have the Palm app. I'm not even sure if there is an app right now, but get out of here, guy. Man, this is crazy too, and this is, what I'm talking about. We got some pretty cool stuff. Like I heard of Palm a long time ago. I never got involved with it. I wasn't really interested in play Halo projects on it. They're gonna have all these exclusive content, on their comics and stuff like that. Like, we're not getting and this is, what I'm talking about. We got some pretty cool stuff. Like I heard of Palm. Okay, but I never got involved with it. I wasn't really interested in play Halo projects on it. They're gonna have all these exclusive content. Nice, weaken that guy. We got some pretty cool stuff. Projects on it. They're gonna have all nice, weaken that guy. Hey! Shh. Hey. Hey. Oopsie. Nice. Killing it. Killing it. Killing it. Yeah, guys, so, I mean, there is a lot to talk about right now. So, I mean, we got a lot to talk about. So, you know, these new cowls, everybody, the bat cowls. If you're not too familiar with it, it's a NFT that DC Universe is putting out. It's going to be on the Palm blockchain network, and the less people that get these cowls, the more valuable they're going to be. I did just buy 2, and each one is going to have distinct textures and unique effects applied to them as well. Talk about. So, Cowls, everybody. The bat cowls. If you're not different cowl. For each cowl you buy, you're going to be assigned a district, and within those districts, you're going to be able to. The less people that get these cowls, the more value. I did just buy 2. Each one is going to have distinct textures, and with each carol you're going to be in a district, assigned one at least, and then once you're in these districts you're going to be involved in a whole metaverse, community, fan building, perks of having these things. You know, you're going to have Snapchat filters, and within those districts, you know, you're going to be able to. Our community, the VV community, the hero community, we love. We're all together on this. You know, we're coming in the ground up. You know, as we were talking on some Twitter space, there's nothing like this yet. There's no analytics for this shit. There's nothing. We know nothing, and we're gonna come in on the ground up. And you know, we're all hoping for this to be a win. This is the future too. Our community, the VV community, this is the future of NFTs, this is the future of gaming, this is the future of we're coming in the ground up, sharing and content creating, hanging out with some friends like this yet. There's no analytics for this shit. There's nothing. We know nothing. We're gonna come in on the ground up. Yeah, so earlier we had a Twitter space and Matt Mason was in there. He was a guest speaker. He talked about a few things. You know, he used to be the crypto CMO. He used to be the CMO for the crypto exchange Kraken. And apparently that's never been hacked. There's a lot of security in it. Somebody brought up addressed bots because of VV and stuff like that, and he was saying, you know, how he can't really talk too much about it. He doesn't want, you know, people to find out about the project. He talked about a few things. He doesn't want people in that space, you know, he doesn't want bots to come in and, you know, take over that stuff. But he does speak about the bots, and he doesn't really have any comment. And he does have measures in place to stop bots in the blockchain and security. He has a whole team of security he was talking about. Some other cool things with these, our cowls that we buy are going to be considered passes to get into IRL and digital events, you know, spaces, even cons, possibly, who knows. But the only way you can get into these are maybe, you know, get something like a prize, or he does have measures in place to stop bots. You can always get access to something, you never really know. Some other cool thing with these, our cowls that we buy so Matt Mason is part of Palm Studios. He's not part of DC, so he couldn't really talk too much. He couldn't say too much. You know, he doesn't want to get in trouble. But he did reveal the fact that he didn't reveal a lot of stuff also shows, you know, a lot. Definitely a lot. It shows how much stuff we have coming in the future. Something you never really know. You know, what we have to be excited for. And here he did release a lot of information that we are excited for already. Part of Palm Studios. He's not part of DC, but you know, they can't wait to show the value of these in the future and all these fan experiences that we're going to be going for the ride together. Not sure too much about what, you know, we don't really know what the future holds, but we do know that we're all in it together, and it's definitely like a experience that we're all going to share. Oh my god, all I have is a fucking plastic. But, you know, this guy. They can't wait to show the value of these in the future and all these fan experiences that we're going to be going for the ride together. Not sure too much about what, you know, they also stated that if you're like in the market to be a millionaire because of this, that's not what they're trying to build. They're trying to make more of a community and basically a digital social network, but of DC fans, of Batman fans.
Hello?
And, you know, there's going to be definitely going to be some status updates and stuff like that. You know, and user engagement. You can definitely flip them too. There's a lot of interesting things on that as well. In the market because of this, that's not what they're trying to build. I already talked about there not being any analytical data on the space yet, but you know, we all don't know what's going to happen. A lot of stuff may happen, a lot of stuff may not, but you know, it's either way, it's a win-win. So there's going to be we're here for the ride, you know. Status updates and stuff like that. So we join Ferrari user engagement. You can definitely flip them too. There's a lot of interesting things on that as well. In the market, just left my game. That's not what they're trying to build. I already talked about there not being any. Can you hear me? Analytical data on the space yet, but hello,
Justin.
Can you hear me? We all don't know what's gonna happen. A lot of stuff may happen. A lot of stuff may not, but you know, it's either way, it's a win-win. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Ride, you know.
There we go.
Hello.
Kind of hear you.
Kind of. Let me join Ferrari user engagement.
Can you hear me now?
Definitely flip them too.
A little bit better.
A lot of interesting things on that as well. Hello. Just left my game. That's not what they're trying to build.
Is that better? No.
Can you hear me?
No.
On the space yet, but hello.
Justin.
Can you hear me? We all don't know what's gonna happen. A lot of stuff may happen. A lot of stuff may not, but you know, it's either way, it's a win-win. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Ride, you know.
There we go.
Hello.
Kind of hear you.
Kind of.
Can you hear me now?
A little bit better.
I wouldn't even get a mic, buddy.
Hello. Just left my game.
Is that better? No.
Can you hear me? Hello.
Justin.
Can you hear me? We all don't know what's gonna happen. A lot of stuff. Can you hear me? A lot of stuff may not, but you know, it's either way. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
There we go.
Okay.
Hello.
Kind of hear you.
Kind of.
Can you hear me now? A little bit better. I wouldn't even get a mic.
I have to play it, yeah, solos.
Is that better? No. Can you hear me? Hello.
Justin.
Can you hear me? We all don't know what's gonna happen. A lot of stuff. Can you hear me? A lot of stuff may not, but you know, it's right. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Okay.
Hello. Kind of.
I wouldn't even get a mic.
I have to play it, yeah, solos.
Is that better? No. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? We all don't know what's gonna happen. Can you hear me? A lot of stuff.
Okay.
I wouldn't even get a mic.
I have to play it, yeah, solos.
Where the fuck? There it is.
Excellent, excellent, excellent.
There we go. You can hear me now? You can hear me now?
Yeah.
There we go.
Where the?
Ay, ay, ay. I hate that mic. I'm joining your game.
But excellent, excellent. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of good. Dude, we had the. Hold on a second. There we go. You can hear me now? You can hear me now?
Yeah.
There we go.
You streaming?
Yeah, yeah. I was just in a Twitter
yeah.
space for stuff, but we had the chief
Very cool.
we had the chief content officer of Palm NFTs, which is like a lot of good. One of the big studios. I bought these two NFT bat cowls today. and they're $300 each, dude. But let me tell you what they get you. Ready?
Okay.
So when you purchase one of these NFTs, not only is it like it's in AR, you're gonna be able to put it on your face and Snapchat and all sorts of weird shit and stuff like that. It also gains you access, and he said he can't talk about too much, and he doesn't want to get in trouble because he owns the platform, but DC owns all the content. He knows the roadmap, but he couldn't tell us too much. But the stuff he did tell us, it just makes it super bullish on it. But he was talking about how like these are gonna allow you to in IRL and digital events and stuff like that and act as passes. So like people who have these are gonna be going to cons and stuff like that, and you can only get it if you have one of these NFTs. And they're gonna be Batman related DC. There's gonna be a game associated. So on my NFT, when I bought 2 of them, there's going to be a number assigned with them on the mint number. It's going to be 0 through 9. If you're in one of those, you're assigned, like depending on which one your number is, your last mint number, you're assigned a district in a new game that's going to be coming out. That is the night. You're going to be assigned a Night Watch district in Gotham. So not only associated, and this project's going to be going on for every 54 days. They're updating it. It's going to be going on for 2 to 3 years, and that's just 0 through 9 for right now. If you're in one of those, it's going to be crazy. And once these sell out, like you can't really get them anymore. There's 2 million possibilities supposedly of what you can possibly get. You have no idea, but there's only 200,000 that are being minted. So once those 200,000, some of them you'll never see, nobody will ever see. And this project's going to be going on for every 4 days. And there's different textures, graphics, effects. If you're in one of those, it's going to be great playing right now. Once these sell out, you can't really get them anymore. There's 2 million. It's cool, dude. And they created a Vive Batman mask. That's hilarious. 200,000 that are being minted. So once those 200,000, some of them you'll never see, nobody will ever see. And this project's going to be going on for every 4 days. And there's different textures, graphics, effects. If you're in one of those, you're going to be great playing right now. Once these sell out, you can't really get them anymore. There's 2 million. It's cool, dude. And they created a Vive Batman mask. That's hilarious. And there's different textures, graphics, effects. I was doing so good before. It's coming out. And they created a Vive Batman mask. That's hilarious. Behind you, they're all coming to you. Don't even.
Yep. Double kill, baby. There's only one at B. Maybe 2. I was so tired before. I was having a blast.
So good.
And I was going to go to bed. And I was just laying down. You said you were coming on. And I kind of got a second wind, so.
Yeah. I'm going to South Carolina tomorrow. So I don't have
yeah,
work.
homie. Very cool. Super nice. You driving?
They're all coming to you. No. I don't think so. I think we're taking a plane. Probably makes sense to drive, but.
Maybe 2. Oh, I had him, bro. So tired, bro. I was having a blast. So good. Listen, how much can you hear my background, like, of the fish tank?
I can't at all. I'm going to South Carolina tomorrow.
Usually when it's loud, you can hear it, but I think there's enough water in there where it's not that loud.
No, I don't think so. I think I'm taking a plane. Probably makes sense to drive, but God, dude, I'm doing terrible right now.
Oh, I had him, bro. Listen, how much can you hear my background, like, of the fish tank?
I can't at all. I'm going to South Carolina tomorrow.
Alright. Usually when it's loud, you can hear it, but I think there's enough water in there where it's not. Bitch.
Nice. No, I don't think so.
Coming to see.
Probably makes sense to drive.
that guy's day up. Oh, I had him. How much can you hear my background?
I can't at all.
Usually when it's less, retain control of the water. Bitch.
Nice.
Coming at 6.
Enemy
Boom.
enemy team score. Enemy halfway to victory.
Shit, I killed myself. I think. Oh, maybe I didn't actually.
Here's a shotgun.
Okay.
Shotgun.
Team missed
Nice.
one shot, yeah. Boom. I got full 1 round. I mean. Shit, he got me. Shit, I killed myself. We can win this. Alright, I forgot it's stronghold, not oddball. Going, see? 1 shot. Easy. I can use it.
Here's a shotgun.
Okay.
Shotgun.
He missed
Nice.
1 shot, yeah. Boom. I got full 1 round. Boom, used it. Shit, he got me. Fuck. Shit. Weak on A. 1 shot, 1 shot, 1 shot. We'll shoot now. Come on, B. We got A. Easy. I can use it.
Shotgun.
Okay.
Shotgun.
He missed 1 shot. Boom. 1 round. Boom. Nice. Shit.
Nope.
There we go. Let's go. Weak on A. I like rotating you.
I do.
Yeah, me too. Like,
I'm going to A though because they're all leaving A. So
come on, B. Okay. We got A. Spendings.
they're going to B. They're next
B.
going to C.
Yeah. Nice.
Nope.
Let's go. Weak on A. I like rotating you.
I do.
Yeah, me too. Like,
I'm going to A though because
Nice.
they're all leaving A. So
I'm going to say. Oh, fuck. We got A. Spendings. They got C.
they're going to B. They're next going to C.
Going to A. Fuck.
Just need 1 fucking hit.
Actually,
I don't like this game mode. It's my least favorite thing to do.
really?
I'm going to A though. Because not your fault. Leaving A. So.
Going to say. Oh, fuck.
They're next. It's just like everyone's figured it out, and I still haven't. Like,
What do you mean?
I'm just constantly rotating.
Going to A.
It's frustrating.
I have camo. We got this.
Just need 1 fucking hit.
Actually,
I don't like this game mode. It's my least favorite thing to do.
really?
Not your fault.
Enemy team score.
Oh, fuck.
Enemy team nearing victory.
It's just like everyone's figured it out, and I still haven't. Like, I'm just constantly rotating. It's frustrating.
I have camo. We got this. Actually.
I
Oh.
don't like this game mode. It's my least favorite thing to do.
Really? Oh well.
Not your fault. It's just like everyone's figured it out, and I still haven't.